Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be taking a look at some shocking facts about your DNA that you won't believe. From containing all of your genetic information to being able to tell you whether or not you have an addiction, your DNA can tell you quite a lot. It's easy to forget that this tiny molecule is what makes you you. So in honor of that, here are 7 shocking facts about your DNA that you won't believe. Number 1, DNA to the moon and back. Where do you think all of your DNA is located? If you said the nucleus of every cell in your body, you'd be correct. But just how much DNA is in the nucleus of one of your cells? And what does it look like if you were to lay it all out end to end? Don't worry, because we have the answer for you. All of your DNA would stretch from here to the moon and back over 300 times. That's right. If you were to take all of the DNA in your body and lay it out end to end, it would measure around 2 meters in length. That's about 6 feet 7 inches. Just imagine all of that data contained within such a small space inside of every one of your cells. It's incredible to think about how much information is stored within our bodies. Number 2, 99.9% identical. Most of us are under the impression that we're all pretty unique. After all, we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us to embrace what makes us special and to be ourselves. But when it comes to our DNA, we're actually 99.9% identical to each other. That means that 99.9% of our genes are exactly the same. The only time we read different at the genetic level is when it comes to certain traits like eye color, hair color, and blood type. So even though we may seem very different on the outside, we're actually much more alike than we are different. This is a comforting thought to keep in mind next time you're feeling down or insecure. Remember that you're not alone, and that there's no one else in the world who has your exact genetic makeup. Number 3, shared with other species. When most people think of DNA, they're only thinking about the genetic material that makes them human. However, it turns out that humans share a lot of their DNA with other species, including bacteria, fungi, and viruses. In fact, scientists estimate that humans share between 20 and 50% of their DNA with bacteria, 40 to 60% with fungi, and up to 80% with viruses. This means that there's a lot of genetic material that's common among all living things. So the next time you're out in nature, remember that you're not just surrounded by other animals and plants, but also by other forms of life that share your DNA. It's a small reminder that we all part of the same ecosystem, and that we all interconnected in ways that we just beginning to understand. Number 4, ultimate data storage. DNA isn't just the blueprint for life. It's also an incredibly efficient way of storing data. In fact, researchers at the University of Washington have developed a new technique for storing data on DNA molecules. The technique uses short sequences of DNA to represent either a 0 or a 1. It's the binary digits that are the basis of all digital data. By encoding data in this way, the researchers were able to store over 2 petabytes of data in a single gram of DNA. To put that number into perspective, it means that just 1 ounce of DNA could hold nearly 2 million hours of TV footage. It's no wonder why scientists are excited about the potential applications of DNA data storage. It could revolutionize the way we archive and access information. It might also help us preserve important data for future generations. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll even be able to upload our entire digital lives to DNA. Then we'd be immortal. Okay, maybe that's not such a great idea after all. Number 5, junk DNA isn't junk. For many years, scientists believed that a large portion of the human genome was made up of junk DNA or non-coding DNA that didn't serve any purpose. However, in recent years, researchers have discovered that this is not the case. In fact, junk DNA plays an important role in the proper functioning of cells. Some types of non-coding DNA help regulate the activity of genes, while others are involved in the process of making proteins. In fact, some scientists estimate that only a small percentage of the human genome is truly non-functional. The rest of it is either actively doing something or has the potential to do something. So what does this mean for us? It means that we should stop thinking of DNA as a static, unchanging molecule. Instead, we should see it as a dynamic, ever-evolving code that's essential for life. It also means that we need to be careful about making changes to our DNA. Even seemingly small changes can have big consequences. So while we continue to learn more about the human genome, it's important that we do so with respect and caution. Number 6, DNA changes with life. We often think of our DNA as being fixed and unchanging, After all, it's what makes us who we are. But the truth is that our DNA is constantly changing and evolving. In fact, every time a cell divides, there's a chance that the DNA will be copied incorrectly. And those errors can lead to changes in the DNA sequence. Most of the time, these changes are harmless, but sometimes they can be harmful or even deadly. Cells have evolved a number of mechanisms to protect against DNA damage, but sometimes those mechanisms fail and mutations occur. Mutations are the driving force of evolution, and without them, life as we know it would not exist. However, mutations can also be harmful, causing diseases like cancer. Scientists are still trying to understand the causes of most diseases, but they know that mutations play a role in many of them. As we learn more about the causes of disease, we may be able to develop new treatments and cures. In the meantime, though, it's important to be aware of the risks of mutation and to take steps to protect ourselves from harm. Number 7. Every cell has a book about you. Have you ever wondered how your body knows how to build and maintain itself? You might be surprised to learn that every cell in your body contains a complete set of instructions for creating a new organism. These instructions are encoded in your DNA, which is contained within the nucleus of each cell. Every cell also has its own copy of the instruction manual, which allows it to carry out the functions it needs to perform. When a cell divides, it must first duplicate its DNA so that each daughter cell receives a full set of instructions. The process of duplicating DNA is extremely accurate, but mistakes can happen. Sometimes these mistakes are harmless, but other times they can have serious consequences. For example, if a mistake occurs in the gene that controls cell division, it can lead to cancer. Despite the risks, the ability of cells to duplicate their DNA and pass on their genetic information is essential for life. Without this ability, organisms wouldn't be able to grow, develop, or reproduce. So the next time you look in the mirror, remember that every cell in your body has a book about you. Those books contain the instructions for building and maintaining your entire body, and without them, you wouldn't exist. Thanks for watching. Do you find this video interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.